Hello everyone, welcome back to Wentworth Life, the YouTube channel that talks everything Wentworth. If you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button right now for all future updates. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I will be responding to some of your comments from my previous videos. And if you want to connect with me on social media, or if you just want to check out my other YouTube channels, then I will leave all the links underneath this video. Okay guys, so the teasers are coming thick and fast for this year's final chapter, and recently 2 magazine articles have been doing the rounds on Facebook, and I literally cannot wait to share them with you and talk about what's potentially happening. So the first magazine article features a photograph of a bloodied up Lou Kelly. Now before we take a look at the article, just look at how insane this photo looks. What the hell has happened? I mean, Lou is looking like that she has got into a massive fight. I mean, has she committed murder? She's been taken away by the police, so has Lou gone too far this time and killed somebody? And if she has, who is the victim? I've said in some of my previous videos that I don't think we have seen the full force of Lou Kelly yet. We've seen her being nasty and a real nasty bully throughout Season 8 Part 1, and we learned that she was responsible for all those deaths in that cult. So we know what she's capable of, and it's looking like that we are going to see it all play out in these last 10 episodes. So in the magazine article it says, in this exclusive first look image featuring a disheveled Lou Kelly covered in blood and handcuffed as she's being taken away by police, we can safely say the award-winning local production is going to go out with one hell of a bang. New character Lou Kelly has made quite an impact since arriving at Wentworth with her boyfriend Reb Keane, and has never been one to shy away from conflict and is quick to turn to violent measures as a means to an end. Lou is unafraid of violence and unafraid of going after what she wants, regardless of who might get in her way. But what could have happened to make her risk being separated from Reb like this? So the end of Season 8 Part 1 and the beginning of Season 8 Part 2 is pretty explosive. There are some extraordinary acts of betrayal and revenge. Kate Box goes on to say that some of those scenes were quite terrifying to shoot as well as being fun. She goes on to say that the adrenaline just pumps through your body, and afterwards your whole body has a big shakedown. It does really set up for a massive final season, and it sets up Lou's drive towards the massive final. Script producer and writer Marcia Gardner then goes on to talk about writing the final scripts, confirming that the show will sadly come to an end this year. She says writing the final scripts was a bittersweet experience, but hints that fans will not be disappointed by the conclusion. So it's safe to say guys that this season may just be the biggest season that Wentworth has ever done. There are so many storylines to tie up, so many scores to settle, that I just don't know how they're going to be able to manage to fit it all into just 10 final episodes. All I can say is that I think every single episode is going to be so action-packed this year, and I don't think any episode is going to be feeling like a filler episode at all. It's quite clear after reading that magazine article that they want the ending of this show to be remembered forever, and I for one am excited. So what do you guys think has happened to Lou Kelly in this photo? What has caused her to finally snap? I'm just gonna put it out there now, but I reckon the poor Reb might be killed off this season, sending Lou into total nuclear overdrive. We saw in Season 8 Part 1 that she was trying to control her temper so that Lou didn't get separated from Reb. So the only explanation that I can come to with this photo is that sadly Reb has been killed and Lou has gone on the attack. We now have another magazine article, and in the photograph we can see that this time it's Judy Bryant being taken away somewhere by Linda and another officer. So is this the moment when everyone finds out that she stabbed Ali? Or could this be part of another Anne Reynolds hate campaign? I mean, we'll just have to wait and see on this one. Although if you watched my last video, we learned that Judy Bryant is going to be a lot more violent and a force to be reckoned with in this final chapter. so God knows what's going on in this photo. But in the article it says, after 8 seasons of murder and mayhem inside the walls of Wentworth prison in cult drama Wentworth, finally the end is here, and what an end it's going to be. After her escape, then recapture and amnesia, Joan the Freak Ferguson regained her memory and possibly her mission to bring misery to all in the closing moments of last year. Throw in a top dog Ali Novak on the brink of a breakdown, a manipulative cult leader played by Martha Dusseldorp, and prison staff willing to do anything to keep order. All bets are off as the drama races to the finish. We left the series in 2020 with such high stakes, but what does it mean that Joan Ferguson is back? What is the fallout from Sheila's arrival and jeopardy for Lou and Reb? Surely Boomer deserves happiness. The quest of our 2 sisters, Rita and Ruby, and what's next for Ali, and we haven't even seen the full impact of Anne Reynolds on Vera, Will and Jake. Joe Porter hints that it might also lead to a post-Wentworth series for at least one character. There are so many rich characters that I know together with our wonderful fans, we may imagine where life may take them next. Whether that remains in our collective imaginations is still to be determined. So, there seems to be hints that there might even be a spin-off for one of our favourite characters. If this were to happen, I wonder who it could be. For me, personally, I would love to see a Boomer spin-off. If indeed she somehow does manage to get out of prison and have a happy ending at the end of all of this, I would love to see her story continue on the outside. Please, 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 writers, if you are watching this, then please let there be a Boomer spin-off when Wentworth ends. But guys, let me know in the comments box below, which character would you like to see in a Wentworth spin-off and why? Okay, so that was a lot of information to digest just from those 2 articles, but I am so ready for this. I am really hoping that the release date won't be so late in the year this year, because, I mean, if they're releasing this much information in magazine articles already, then fingers crossed a trailer and a release date won't be too far away. Anyway guys, after all that, I now think it's time to move on to some comment replies. Okay, so we have Pamela Clarkson. When does the new season begin? Well, Pamela, I cannot answer that question. A release date hasn't been set yet, but as soon as it is confirmed officially by Foxtel, it will be on this channel almost immediately. So as soon as I know, you will know. Thank you for your comment, Pamela. And we have Tony Smiles. I agree about Anne Reynolds getting caught out for what she's done. If she goes to Wentworth, she can't go to protection as she's closed the protection unit. Yes, Tony, that is actually a really good twist that you added to my little scenario. So in one of my previous videos, guys, I really want Anne Reynolds to get caught, arrested, dragged out of prison in front of all the women, and then to return as a prisoner. That would be a really nice fitting end for Anne. But the fact that she's actually created this horrible scenario in that prison where protection is closed, she wouldn't have any protection. So I love that theory. Thank you for your comment, Tony Smiles. And we have It's Blood. I think Sheila and Ferguson are going to join forces this season because they are so much alike. Yes, I have a feeling they could possibly team up and use each other for each other's gain, and I think one of them might not actually make it out alive. I've heard rumours that Sheila, she's only in a couple of episodes in this new season, so maybe Sheila, she's not going to last the distance, put it that way. But I do think these two are so manipulative, putting them together would be so dangerous. So yes, thank you for your comment, It's Blood. And we have Macy Velota. Hey, I just wanted to say I love your videos and look forward to every notification. I've been a fan of you and Wentworth for forever, it feels like, but I think it would be nice to see or get an update on Maxine. I always adored the relationship she and Boomer had, and Maxine deserves 110% more and so much better. Either way the show goes this season, I like to think Maxine is alive and well and is a free woman. Thank you for your amazing videos. Well, thank you for that amazing comment, Macy, and I have to agree, I really want a Maxine update. I mean, if the actor who played Maxine isn't available, that's fine, but at least get a letter sent to Boomer so we know that Maxine is now free, she's beat the cancer. That's what I want. A Maxine update and a bit of closure. But yeah. So thank you for your comment, Macy. And once again, thank you all for your amazing comments. Keep them coming. And let me know your thoughts on these magazine articles. Actually, let me know your thoughts on that bloody Luke Harry photo. I'd love to hear your take on it. Okay guys, well, if you've made it this far into the video, then thank you all for sticking around. I know I can babble on a little bit too much, but hopefully this video has been extremely informative for you with a few Wentworth teasers. So guys, make sure you've hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with my future updates. Make sure you all stay safe, and I will see you all again very soon.